Told you I'd be back. Kept you waiting, huh? You're. Oh, man. That was a good time, though. It took a long time, though. What the, oh, okay. I don't have Firefox open on the one thing. Okay. What? Still up? Yeah, we're still up. Late night bros. 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 Fuck, dude. Yep. Uh-huh. So what the fuck was I doing? I was oh my god, this VOD's gonna be
With
like
YouTube Music Premium, listen to
this VOD's gonna be so incohesive because like now I'm tired of shit, but I wanna watch the video.
And this is a recurring.
Alright, what is a recurring thing? Let me get the window up. I'm gonna get the window up. Yeah, there we go. So what's a recurring thing?
Theme. I'm not the only person that thought that because it's just like this motherfucker said, "Blow me like some green tea, baby."
He did. What a dickhead.
What are you talking about? So you're like that shit was so. You need more than fingers in you, nigga. And then I'm here with me. Niggas is like, "Oh, this is for the girls. This is what y'all say to bitches outside." Listen to me. I fully understand that I'm probably like
Summation of the two impregnant. Congrats.
the old chubby professor that's from that Family Guy episode. I am not the.
It's George R.R. Martin. I don't know how she's not familiar with Game of Thrones. It's like the biggest thing like ever right now.
I am not the demographic. I fully accepted that. That is cool. But I'm like, this is what y'all outside saying to these bitches for real? Y'all in the club
Damn. No wonder there's a loneliness epidemic.
talking about you need more than fingers in you. This motherfucker said you put the X in expensive. You so annoying. What did you say to me? There is some like when I tell you this there was another bar this nigga said they don't not he said something like, yo, it's the light skin, the Jewish roots. They trying to not see me.
Game is at -10. We are in negative Riz. Oh no. Aubrey.
There was another bar this nigga said they don't not he said something like, yo, it's the light skin, the Jewish roots. They trying to not see me.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh fuck! Yep. Why did they not see me on top of the mountain? I do the do. On top of the mountain, I do the do like mountain. Aubrey's just saying shit at this point. He's just saying shit. He's just saying whatever the fuck. Oh man. I remember Fantano making fun of Eminem for that on an album too. I think it was not Recovery. That was 2010. It was like a recent album. Not Relapse. That was '09, I think. It's like the third album in that series technically. I don't even remember. Or it could have been Kamikaze, for all I know. Blue Beta Bar with the 5. The only reason I'm still up is because I was making an edit of my OC's face. Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping you're having fun drawing and stuff. That's kick ass. I didn't make him. I didn't make how she looked less confident. More malicious sent in DM. Okay, I'll check that out at some point. I gotta. Oh my goodness, chat. I'm a probably sound all kinds of off and goofy right now because I'm like, I do not have enough sleep under my belt right now. How's it going? It's going well.
At the top of the mountain, like I don't do what I do. I said, this nigga make a Nazi Mountain Dew and mountaintop.
Yeah, the new flavors, the new game fuel, chat. Since they can't use that red dye for like the typical citrus game fuel.
Success reference. You using entendres and homophones on that type of shit, bro? When I tell you that and niggas is in these comments, bro. And I'm trying not to be like just outright judgmental, but I'm talking to y'all because I just gotta say it out loud. Like when I tell you I was texting my brother,
Yeah, that red 40.
and I'm texting my sister, and I'm saying, yo, what are we talking about? What is he saying to me? And niggas want to argue about, yeah, nah, he's the greatest to ever do it. But here's the important part, right? Because what I also see is that Young Miami that came out with this song, Spin That. And this song is going up. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? And that song is going up. So I'm like, of course niggas is talking about shebang. Manisha on the beat, shebang. Niggas said, what do I need? Some head. Sir. When I tell you, I'm like, oh no, I think I'm the old bitch in the club now. But here's the thing, that nigga's older than me. I'm 35.
Oh! Yeah, Drake's like 39, I think. Ugh. We talk about that red 40 to Drake almost 40. Ugh. That's rough.
I'm 35. He's 38. And I'm like, you know what? But the important part that the important note that I was originally making is that is what makes him an economist. He understands what people are driven to.
He understands how to something vices. The word was literally like on the tip of my tongue, and then it just left. I had the word something vices. He knows how to commodify. He knows how to commodify these like vices and the aesthetics of vices.
He understands where people's capacity are. And the thing about being an economist is understanding the demand and providing the supply. This is how come, and my personal perspective, this is why he made 3 albums. Because he's not an innovative person. He's not coming up with new shit. And he actually referenced it in this song. He said, I checked the top 10. I don't recognize nothing up there. Now, the average person will see that and be like, yeah, it's not there because Drake is not outside and blah, blah, blah. They're going to follow the conversation in accordance to how it's happened on social media. But when he said that, all I heard is this motherfucker was looking for how could he pivot to his next new sound. That's what I heard. Hear me when I tell you. So I'm not knocking him for it because I don't think that it's particularly wrong. You got to be bold. You got to be audacious to do things like innovate and hope for it to be received and land well and land. There's a lot of stuff on his album that I'm like listening to it and I'm like, he got this from this person. He got that from that person. I'm not going to go through that because I don't want to just be a hater. I feel like I'm doing enough by just talking about it. But I will say that I noticed that he used country sounds and J. Cole just dropped all his stuff and there was country music on it. Sorry, just gonna put that out there real quick. But anyway, he sampled himself and his old bodies of work, and all of that makes sense. But that also is a byproduct of being a smart creator versus an innovative or creative genius. And I think that, again, that to me is completely okay. Hey, editing Sarah just popping in here really quick. There
Okay.
was something that I forgot to mention, and it was around that song Cheetah Print that I really like didn't understand. And the chorus goes like smack that ass until I leave a print, smack that ass like it's cheetah print. And hear me when I tell you that after listening to Drake's body of work, I sincerely sat back and was like, yeah, if I was 21, I probably wouldn't be fucking with Drake at all. Only because for real, that feels like a dog whistle at his bitch. And I'm only saying that because when I think of cheetah print and rappers, like I think of Lotto. Just saying. It might be a reach. I very well could be wrong about that, but it doesn't make sense, right? Like when I think of an entendre around cheetah, the other word that I think of is cheater. So smack it until you leave your print like you're a cheater. And that's what made me look at it like, I don't know, bro. And Brian from Family Guy also would love to smash Lois. So it just didn't seem far fetched. But like that's just me projecting at this point because if I'm keeping it real, like listening to the albums didn't make me trust Drake more. That's my yeah. We still don't trust you, bro. Like
Nah, I don't think anyone trusts Drake ever again. It's like maybe we trust you to drop 3 albums, maybe we trust you to just be on stage, but we ain't trusting you with jack shit else.
that's terrible. But that's it. Go back to the video. As a final point that I think is interesting, but I think is important to pay attention to. He sold 460 something thousand copies of his album. He ain't released no vinyls or nothing like that. To me, let me not tell you.
So that's just on streaming platforms alone. So like how many? Yeah, that would take quite a bit of streams. So there's quite a bit of people streaming his music still.
I was particularly interested in how many of his fans actually went ahead and like purchased it digitally. There was about 13,000 digital purchases.
It's not a good ratio, chat. I can't do mental math right now. Is that a good ratio?
On Iceman and 6,000 on each of Habibti and Maid of Honor. I'm not going to lie to y'all and say that that wasn't alarming to me. Streams are great, but I can also insert a clip of his fan base acting like actual bot farms that he's suing UMG and all of that other stuff for. So that's a whole nother conversation that I'm really interested in seeing about viability. But what I did notice, because before I posted this or started to record this rather, he dropped a fragrance.
A
And I said he's
fragrance?
trying to ensure that he makes money outside of his record deal. And that's how he's solidifying his stream of income, which is what, and I mean this with respect. This is what Jay-Z was talking to like Megan Thee Stallion, ASAP Rocky, all these people. Like, because she mentioned it, but she was like, if you in a fucked up deal, you got to make your money outside of the record deal. Like,
Yeah. Or do what Chameleonaire did. I'll never forget what Chameleonaire did to get out of his record label. That will forever be funny to me. So, Chameleonaire, the guy who made Ride Into, trying to catch me, Ride Into it, that guy, right? When he wanted to get out of his deal, despite there, like, being a few more years on it or needing more songs or something, um, I believe I believe the story I heard was Chameleonaire threatened to teach every rapper he met while networking in the music industry throughout the label. He threatened to teach them all how to audit, like what audits are, how they work, and all that shit. And as soon as he did, apparently the label just like that gave it to his commands, gave it to his demands. It's like, oh shit, no, don't teach him to do that. Don't teach him how to audit. Oh man, crazy this.
through sponsorships and so on and so forth. And if you pay attention, that's how come you see people that are a part of Rock Nation that even if they're not doing a lot musically, a lot of their earnings and their again their viability as far as monetary or compensatory structure is concerned, it's outside and the brand that they built for themselves. It's important. This is the difference that we see between a Young Money and a Rock Nation.
Oh yeah,
Respectfully.
White and Nerdy got super popular too.
Respectfully.
Like
This is the
like
conversation.
I there's a lot of people, myself included, who like probably heard White and Nerdy first before Riding Dirty.
That's being had about his contracts and so on. And so I think that what Drake did was smart. I think that he's done music making and song structuring long enough that he essentially has a template. I don't think that he has much else to do besides use his template and show up, which is why the ghostwriters and things like that were viable, right? Because they can give the innovation that he might not necessarily possess on his own.
I remember we need to watch an interview with I forget what producer group it is. It's the producer group that made the beat for Just Hold On, We're Going Home. Just hold on, we're going home. That one. They had a crazy story about like I guess they had them like making beats in a tent or something. Something wild, something crazy like that. And like they were super secret. They had to be super secret. It's like you guys aren't gonna tell anyone that you're working on this Drake project for like Drake's hit single, right? And they're like, nah, that's like that's not the.
And I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing at this point. And I also don't think that many of the people that listen to Drake at this point are listening to him for the perpetual cognitive capacity, but more so the perception of superiority and the living vicariously through him as an agent of rap. Like it's one of those
As an agent of rap, as an agent of luxury, it's weird social media shit.
things where I'm like, y'all are being a little weird, but I'm seeing people like dudes is really saying like, yo, we went number one. And I'm like, oh, y'all are really having like this means a lot to y'all. So again, I don't want to be disrespectful and disregard what that means and what that looks like and so on and so forth.
I would, I do, but I would, but I'm a little too tired right now.
But I also want to acknowledge I could talk about the hypocrisy with him and Cole and Future and all that other stuff, but I think that's a dead horse that's been beat already. I don't need to get into that. What I do want to talk about is that I remember when niggas used to make fun of Coi Leray and talk about like the TikTok music and all this other stuff while I'm watching this transition into streaming music become more valuable when somebody like a Drake does it. But when Coi Leray was talking about it back in 2018 and using TikTok and using streaming like as your marketing vehicle, niggas laughed at her and said she wasn't shit. I think that that's very interesting. So I also want to acknowledge. I think that
I mean, when it comes to industry stuff, people are usually pretty like short-sighted anyway. Like yeah, there's other connotations for what that could mean, but like people are very short-sighted.
this is why I actually like female rap more than I like the male rap space, and it's because as a as a cognitive sport, and I don't think that enough of the male rappers understand, respect, or appreciate how many people actually get into it for the cognitive sport rather than for the boasting of it all, right? So sometimes people are going in for it and having fun. This is why you got the baby who's kind of cracked that's dry spell that he was on with Pop That, right? Because it's about having fun and it's related to that. Cognitively, it's not necessarily just the wordplay and so on and so forth. It's about your capacity to connect with people, the time, the space. And that takes a lot more strategy than people realize.
It does. It does. Oh my goodness, chat. This is getting this is getting rough. I'm like I'm like dozing off like mid sentence. I think we'll continue this tomorrow. Oh, yeah, this is getting bad. I need to get myself in bed already. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot, chat. Yeah, I'm going to sleep. I doubt y'all want to watch a Club Doom sleep stream, especially considering I ain't even got a webcam where you could watch. Like, it would just be this, so it wouldn't even make sense. It'd be the weirdest. Like, it wouldn't work. It's basically what I was getting at. It wouldn't work. All right. So y'all have a good one. I said sweet the last time, so this time it's just nectar.